Welcome to War Table Printing and Painting. My name's Jay. This is a crater I printed on my Anycubic Cobra V2, and I'm going to airbrush this with some Stynylrez black primer first to get a nice good coat on there to start this thing off. You always want to make sure you put a good thick primer coat on. Let it dry, and then the next step will be putting a white layer on top of it with Stynylrez primer, and this will give us a zenithal highlight, which will make it easier. It'll shade more naturally is how it'll end up looking. Basically, you won't have to put so much work into the shading. It'll just kind of come out because of doing these first processes. Also, the spinner I printed. Alright, next we have I use a ochre, which is basically a brownish orange. And that's going to be the next layer that I use with my airbrush. And these are some cheap airbrush paints I found online. They're actually really good. I haven't had any problems with them. They work great right out of the bottle. They come with a bunch of thinner and stuff. Really good deal. I'll link those with my Amazon links. Also, I do now make money with my Amazon links, so any support would be great. You know, like and subscribe if any of this stuff helps you. I appreciate it. It helps the channel. Now, with this part, just do it nice and light over it at first. Let it dry, and then after this, I have a special step I've added to this, which I think really helps make it look really nice. And I don't think a lot of people probably do this or have tried this, so this will be something new. And it did work really well, and I'm happy with the results from it, so I think you guys will like it too. I'm sure some people have probably done stuff like this before, but yeah. So after I got a good layer of the ochre on there, I went to my Green Stuff World pigments. This stuff is really good, medium red. It gives it a nice dark earth color when you do this. I really like it. Gives it more of a, like, I guess you'd say a Marsy look, or maybe a Georgia earth look, and I really like that look for earth. Especially, it just gives it like that Badlands look from World of Warcraft. I just really like that color for my earth bases, especially with my orcs, because it contrasts really well with the green. So those are why I like that. Now with this, I just take a brush that's got a lot of, basically a bigger brush that can really pull up some of that pigment out of there and get it on what you're putting it on, and I just dust it real good with that. Now I'm not doing this to get texture. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm just doing this because I really like this color, and I haven't found this color anywhere else really exactly like this. I don't know, it just ends up looking really good. Plus I can still use it for doing textures if I want to, and it does work pretty nice like that. Now the next step I do here, the reason I do this is to lock this stuff down because it's very messy. If you get it on anything, it's going to stain it. It's very messy, so that's the one thing I can recommend with this. If you're not good with messy things, maybe don't get this. But anyway, so this is the clear matte sealer. Now I'm going to hit this with this. This is going to lock all that down and keep it from coming off or transferring anywhere. So, and this also makes it look really good. I think it just gets it a nice, everything creeps into the cracks then with it, and it just looks really good. It gets the color on there really good. and seals it in. Now you gotta wait for this to dry for a little while, obviously. Once it dries, here's your results. Nice and perfect. Nothing coming off on my fingers. See? Nothing there. Nice and clean. So next is shading. To do that, I used Acrylic Earth Shade in my airbrush. This is the first time I've ever used one of the shades in my airbrush, and I really like how it worked for this especially. I don't know about with my miniatures, but with this, definitely. Airbrushing for terrain is, I think, almost essential because it's so big. I mean, you can use brushes to paint stuff like this, but it takes a lot more time. And this is a lot quicker and easier. Basically, you just do each step, let it dry, and then move on to the next step. As you can see, just you can really dump it in the middle here, and that's what I did mostly. I wanted the middle to look, you know, like it got hit with something and burnt up. So I really layered it on heavy there. Next, I did a little bit around the edges, just to darken it up a little bit. It also helps with the cracks and crevices around it. You want it to, you know, seep into those and give it more definition, especially around the little rocks on the side and stuff like that. And again, you'll definitely have to give this time to dry. It's going to need a sec to dry, especially that middle area, because you're going to load it up pretty good in there, and you don't want it to be wet when you do the next part for sure. Also, with this, I got this print online for free, so I will link where you can find it too, so you can print yourself out one. And it's really nice to have stuff for free, right? So the Tyrant Skull is what I'm going to use to highlight with, and I'm just going to do a dry brush with this around the edges of the crater top especially, and then a little bit around the tops of stuff towards the bottom, and maybe a little on the sides and things like that. Just a little bit. When I dry brush, I always start with the heaviest areas first, because obviously there's going to be more paint on the brush at that point, and that'll get the thickest parts of the paint off there that are still on there, and that's the areas you want to be the brightest anyway, or the strongest. So do that, and then start working your way down around the sides with the rest of it. But anywhere you want it heavy and thick, go there first, and then start moving it to the lower areas. And if it's too much on there, drop it and just wipe it off real good on a piece of napkin, get it almost dry, and then hit those areas if it's too thick. But that's pretty much all there is to it. I was thinking about doing another one of these pretty soon, maybe changing it up, or maybe making a bigger one, because you can adjust the size on these things with a printer, which is really cool. Also, again, if you really do get anything out of these, please like and subscribe, or if you just enjoy watching them. I appreciate everything that anybody's done so far. I'm blown away. So again, I really appreciate it, guys. Have a great day. God bless everybody, and, you know, go out there and get some painting done, okay?